In China, a new game is underway. As the economy falters and the real estate sector struggles, Beijing is looking for a scapegoat, someone to shoulder the blame. And it could be this man, Hui Ka Yun. He's the chairman of Evergrande, the world's most indebted developer. Reports say Hui is in police custody. He was taken away earlier this month. And where is he now? Well, no one knows for sure. Some reports say that he is at a quote-unquote designated location, a residential surveillance, in other words, a house arrest. Now, here's something that you must know. When someone is held, it is never good news. But in China, it is very bad news. Such cases tend to follow a pattern. People are accused of corruption, they're sent to jail, or they just disappear. Sometimes they resurface. But by then, it's a completely different person with a significantly lower stature. Case in point, Jack Ma. You may remember his story. He wasn't even charged with the crime. He was just under scrutiny. The Communist Party targeted him and they destroyed the value of his businesses. Evergrande could be going down the same road, although their value is already destroyed. The company is the poster child of China's property crisis. Evergrande defaulted in the year 2021. By June this year, they owed over $300 billion. That's the size of their debt, $300 billion. They tried to manage this debt. They're still trying to restructure loans. And this effort is being supervised by Beijing, but it's not really helped them. The company's financial health has not improved. In August, Evergrande reported losses. In the last 2 years, the company lost $81 billion. In 2 years, $81 billion. Their shares slumped by 70%. This was after the August announcement. And it's been quite a fall for them. Evergrande was at its peak in the year 2017. One share was worth 31 Hong Kong dollars. That's about $4 US, the value of one share. And now, it is less than 1 Hong Kong dollar. Evergrande has become a penny stock. It has lost 99% of its value in the last 6 years, and it's going from bad to worse. This week, they missed another debt payment. A bond payment was due. They could not make it. The debt negotiations remain suspended. This week, some meetings were also scheduled. Evergrande officials had to meet creditors to discuss debt repayment, but the meetings were cancelled. Reason? Weak sales. The creditors are losing patience. They want their money back, and the prospects look bleak. Some of them have made a suggestion. They want Evergrande on the chopping block. In fact, there's a growing demand for this. Creditors want legal intervention. They say if Evergrande cannot come up with a plan, the company should be split and sold off for parts. Some creditors are getting hostile. Many cases have been filed against Evergrande. In the month of July alone, some 164 cases were filed against the company. This was over debt payments. And now there's another batch of 55 cases. What do these petitioners want? The freezing of Evergrande's assets. That's what they want. So the company is firefighting on multiple fronts. It's unsustainable. And Beijing seems to be gearing up to end this. Before rounding up the chairman, Chinese police also detained 2 former top officials, 2 men who served as the company's CEO and CFO. They've been picked up. Many others are under scrutiny. Police have detained many staffers. The company has not revealed the numbers or names, but reports say the arrests happened in Shenzhen, at the company headquarters. These officials might just be sacrificial lambs because the mess in China's property sector is much bigger and not their doing, really. More companies are failing, like Country Garden. It has reported losses of over $150 billion, and this month it narrowly avoided a default. Sino-Ocean is another struggling developer. Earlier this month, it suspended its offshore debt payments. These are loan payments owed to the company's external lenders. Sino-Ocean has suspended payment for these loans. And why is that? Because they want to restructure. So the Evergrande collapse is not a one-off. The entire sector is in trouble, and China does not want to take the blame for this. So they're pinning it on some officials. Global ratings agency Moody's is calling Beijing out. This month, they issued a new assessment, and this is about China's property sector. Moody's has revised its outlook from stable to negative. This is for China's property sector, negative. It says China's support measures were not enough. In August, China lowered the mortgage rates. And for the first time, they also reduced down payment for home buyers. For first-time home buyers, the down payment value is going to be lesser. Now, Moody's does not think that this will work. It says the impact of these measures will be short-term and uneven. And this is an indictment. China's property bubble is bursting, the government's efforts to save it are failing, and Beijing is sacrificing some officials to absolve itself of all blame.